Okay, it is the big broadcast. It is coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio. Also, AMFM247.com, TuneIn, iTunes, and of course, TalkShoe.com. Where the hell's my papers? Oh, there's my paper. I'm looking right at it. Okay, well, it's a Sunday. And we have got a great studio guest with us today, and we will get to him here in just a few moments. We also have the band The Chimps. They are a rock and roll band, and we will talk to them on the old Skip Skype. And then we have a porn star, but we might end up having two porn stars, and they might call in at the exact same time. So this will be a circus, as usual. So, without further ado, we are going to go to the fabulous Jay Bird Wells and the old Skip Skype, the old Skyper-Rooney, as they say. I got to find her first. That would help. And then we'll bring our studio guest in, and we'll get Jay brought up here first. She is going to... Okay. There we are. I think we've got Jay. And we've got our studio guest. I gotta go to the old thing. She's waving at you, by the way. I don't know if that matters, but... How
you doing, Dan?
So Jay, but before we get to our studio guest here, I was telling our studio guest, but while I was trying to get you on here, we have the band The Chimps, and then we have possibly two porn stars calling in at the exact same time. So,
yeah.
So who knows what the hell we're gonna end up doing today?
Wait. What kind of porn stars are we talking? Are we talking girls?
They are of the lesbianic persuasion, I guess you
Okay,
we
we
should
can go
say.
back to my excitement and jumping up and down.
That is awesome. So we've got a great guest joining us today in studio. Last week, he was on a show that we do on KJAG Radio called The Spotlight Show, and after that show was over with, I'm like, well, hell, he was able to find the studio on the GPS without getting lost in South Hutch, and I'm like, this guy's special. We got to have this guy back in studio today. So,
On time.
And he's on time, too. Holy shit, I forgot. Wow, you... Next time you're here, I'm going to get you a plaque.
Wait, where's my plaque that says Big Mouth Witty Broad?
Well, then we'll get you one, too. We'll get everybody a plaque. It'll be like Oprah. You get a plaque, hey, everybody gets a plaque.
Oh, great.
So,
Award.
So, brother, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I go by One Way Nude. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I came down to Kansas actually for college. I played at Bethany College, Kansas Wesleyan University. And,
Wow.
Yeah, and I graduated from Kansas Wesleyan and ended up doing my master's there as well. So
that's awesome.
It was a cool place to be in. So I kind of stuck around and met a few guys, and it's definitely a different experience than what I thought it would be. But
yeah.
But no, it's definitely a place where I see a lot of opportunity and things like that. So I mean, I'm just waiting for it to rise into the occasion whenever it comes.
That's awesome.
Hey,
So,
just to
go, Jay.
Make a shout out to Nagy. There is opportunity in Kansas.
There is opportunity in Kansas because we've got somebody in our studio that is talking about opportunity. Well, we have as Jay was saying, we have a I guess an acquaintance. He does photography and interviews for KJAGradio.com. His name is Michael Nagy, and he was originally from New Jersey, of all places, and he came to Kansas and he left because there was no opportunity here. And so he went back to New Jersey, but he's also one of the many things that he has said is there's no nature in Kansas.
Man.
And I'm like,
man, that's all
You
you
can
got.
there's 3 parks in this town.
like
There's-
God is just straight.
There's nature.
There's nature.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you can show a piece of ass, and that's nature too.
That too. That too. So you were telling me, and this is very interesting. You were telling me, brother, before we got on, that you originally started out as a DJ.
Yeah. So
And then your brother stole that from you. Tell us about this, because this is the craziest deal.
My black brother.
Yeah, my blood brother. So, I mean, I used to back at home. I used to be on the computer and I just download softwares and things like that. And I had virtual DJ. I never figured out.
Virtual DJ, I got a copy of that in the other room. Virtual DJ was the shit. I loved Virtual DJ.
Yeah, so I was playing around with it.
That's awesome.
And he was in high school at the time. I was in, I think, middle school. And he'd come in the room and he'd see me playing with it, mixing.
Yeah.
Messing with things, and I didn't know what I was doing. But he comes in and he's watching me, and 2 or 3 weeks later, he pops up with a turntable. I know what that's for. I know what that's for, but I'm not putting
He pops
together
up with a
that,
turntable.
You know that he's doing the virtual DJ, but I end up hearing a song, and I heard it and how it was. So I ended up walking in the room and I see him, and he's practicing on virtual DJ. I'm like,
he literally stole it from you.
Nah, yeah, definitely. But
That's awesome.
He definitely taught me a lot of things on it too. So
Yeah.
So it was kind of.
Well, it's a hell of a program, man.
Sure.
I made some of the very first, although it was crudely done and not the greatest in the world, but I made some imaging for the radio show here, and I'll tell you can do all sorts of shit with that virtual DJ.
Definitely.
That's a hell of a program, man. So okay, so you decided after this. Well, first of all, before I get into the next, what do you make of that, Jay? The fact that he was pioneering himself, he had an interest in being a DJ, and his brother's like, "Fuck you, I'm taking this from you. I'm the DJ now."
You know, I'm sorry, but you guys should be like working together, and then you'd be like the Hodge twins or something in the DJ world.
Yeah, he definitely showed me a lot of things. I will say that he put me on a lot of game and things like that, but I really thought that I was gonna be a star in there.
I was gonna be the star.
How's
this Thanksgiving dinner going for you?
Well, I mean, me and my brother always been competitive. He's about 6 years older than me, so we've always been competitive when it came to things like this, sports, electronics, and things like that. So whenever we're together, it's really, hey, I learned how to do this. You know how to do this yet? If you learned it, then you missing out or you late.
So that explains some things. Since he's the older brother, you know, if you know anything about psychology, you know it was his right to be a DJ first.
I don't know about that.
I get what you're saying.
That's what he thought.
That's what he
Not
thought.
saying
Okay. We can definitely call it an opinion.
That's right.
Now,
That's
Kim,
awesome.
So I'm just gonna have to be loyal to you and say he stole the cake.
Yeah. and I don't want to tell the world that. I don't want to make the world seem like that. But yeah, I definitely I thought I was gonna be that guy.
That's awesome. So okay, so you've got this whole thing going.
Yes, sir.
What's happened? What got you into the photography and the green screening and the video stuff and everything that you're doing now?
Man, really trying to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump into everything and have my foot in everything so that if I didn't have nobody to go to, I was able to do it. So I've always been
That's
a YouTube
awesome.
person, kind of like last time. You
Oh, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
YouTube University.
YouTube University. He coined a phrase on the Spotlight show, which I absolutely love, and that's you can learn anything from YouTube University. And I've learned more shit on YouTube.
I have to conclude with that because I was having a really tough time, and I asked this hitman on Facebook, dude, I need to learn how to be a soldier. And he said, go to YouTube.
For real.
See?
It's definitely
Jen-
on YouTube.
She's learning stuff on
You learn
YouTube.
about math, science, engineering, whatever you want to do. Go to YouTube.
Wow, that's awesome. So
Hey,
you.
I posted a video how to
Yes,
clean
go,
your
Jen.
Facebook list, so hey.
We've got a great guest with us in studio today. How do people find you on Facebook, social media, all that stuff, brother?
You can find me on Facebook
Yes.
at One Way New. The word One Way NU. Also on Instagram, the number One Way NU. I got it. I'm on YouTube, Twitter. Same thing. You can just hit me up on there, follow me on there, and I actually follow back. I do follow back. So
That's awesome.
if you guys give me a follow, I wouldn't
Is it-
mind following back.
Is it wait or way?
Way, W-A-Y.
One Way
one-
New.
One Way New. Yeah.
Not to be confused with it does sound like an Asian waiter's name. It is not One Way New.
One Way New.
It's the black guy, not the Asian guy.
Definitely.
We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast, and Jay Bird Wells is with us on the old Skype, the old Skyper Rooney, and as you can see, she's got 2 cats, and they are
Yes, annoying me.
busily trying to make sure that she gets the right One Way New on social media, because if not, an Asian, cats know a little bit about Asian people because a lot of times Asian people try to eat cats. So we've got we're just gonna be offensive in this first segment. Screw it, everybody. We're going after people's brothers. We're insulting Asian people. We're gonna do everything.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You know, my cats don't want him in the audience seeing my boobs, so they're just laying all over my boobs.
And then, of course, Jay has her elf ears on, which funny little story about the elf ears. We did an interview a couple months ago with a guy, and the first thing he saw when he came on Skype was her wearing her elf ears, and he hung up.
Oh, man.
So, but he called back, and we got the interview, and it was good, and it was fine. But remember the I Am Live guy, where. The I Am Live guy, we brought him up on Skype, and he hung up, and then I couldn't get him back, and I sent him. I was DMing it with him on Twitter, and I'm like, "Are you having some problems over there? What's going on?" And he goes, "When I saw those elfers, I hung up." And I said, "Dude, they're headphones." And then he called back, and in the middle of the interview, he admitted, because I brought it up, because I'm going to bury this guy on the air. I brought it up, and he's like, after I gave it a second chance, and I'm glad that I did, because I'm having a real fun time.
Judging the book by its cover, man.
If you don't like me, hey. That's so easy.
Just the way it is. It is Jay Bird Wells, One Way New in the building. And, of course, you are listening to the Sunday Radio broadcast. And we are live on iHeartRadio and AMFM247.com. The Sunday Radio broadcast also is replayed on Tuesdays on The Mix. And okay, the DJ thing, is out.
Yeah, that's out.
So we're done there.
Shout out to him, though. DJ Endurance, though. He is doing this thing. That's one thing.
That's awesome, see? He took it and he ran with it, brother. That's good.
I'm definitely proud of him for that, though.
That's awesome. So you moved into photography and green screening and video and all this. So tell us about this.
Okay. Well, I was originally starting with my own music. And like I was saying, I wanted to be able to set up a tripod or set up somewhere I can be able to record myself and then take it to where I can edit it enough to where it looked like someone else was
awesome
recording me.
Yeah.
So I've always been big in doing it on my own. So it wasn't a hard task. To kind of pick up on it, especially, at home, bored all the time, not having nothing to do. I played sports, and after sports, it was kind of like, man, what is it to do in this time? So picking up something
that too
was definitely something I needed to do. So
cool. I think that's awesome. That's awesome.
Because like when I think of a photographer and green screen, I think of Comic Cons, and they'll set up a green screen for cosplayers to stand in front of, and then they'll impose a background behind them. So what do you do with yours?
Well, I mean, kind of like that type of deal. I stand in front of the green screen and take myself to Bora Bora or something like that.
Jay's always wanting to go to France.
To France?
Right? Or Italy.
Or Italy.
We can do that.
This is the man that can do these kind of things.
Yeah, I'm the jack of all trades.
He's the jack of all trades. He might be one way new, but he's got multiple ways.
Multiple ways.
For sitting in front of, he's promised to put me in France and Paris, and he hasn't done that yet.
Oh my God! Here we go. We got to put all my business, as they say, out on the air. And let's do this. We're gonna take a quick time out. When we come back, we're gonna keep chatting with our guy here, and maybe we can convince him to put you in France or something.
Nice.
I'm going to put Jay on hold on the old Skip Skype, and we are going to go to a break, and when we come back, we have got more coming up on the other side. It is the Sunday radio broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. We are back live here in just a few moments. Do. Yes, indeed. There we are. Need to have all my crap adjusted. I shouldn't take the headphones off during the break. I don't know why I do that. I guess because I don't want to hear myself read the commercials. It is the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. Thanks for tuning in to the big broadcast from the KJAG radio studios in the great Salt City of Hutchinson, Kansas. Monday through Friday, we are live. We're also live on Sundays from 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, 24/7 at the JiggyJaguar.com website. On-demand podcasts available. We are also on Twitch. And our selected editions, of course, are on TalkShoe as well. And we go back to the old Skip Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney. And I believe we've got the fabulous and talented, and I'm not sure what the hell's going on in the background there. I think she's either moving furniture. I don't know what's going on. Jay Bird Wells is back with us with her ears, and her ears get a lot of comments. Sometimes the porn stars love the ears. They're big fans of them.
We want to stroke them.
Yes, that's the ticket. So, if you're wanting to find our guest on the old Twitter machine or Instagram, it's One Way New. It's also on the old Facebook, as the great Johnny Kim would say. So, okay, so you end up doing this photography thing. You've gone to my new favorite term, YouTube University. And, so, how many different artists have you worked with? Different folks you've worked with and done stuff with.
So with me being an artist myself, it's kind of actually a broad answer I can give you there.
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of artists on different things as far as photography and as far as videography. I'm actually just starting up into getting into the artistry part of it. Where
That's
I'm
awesome.
Working on kind of like working on my background type deal until
Yeah.
I got myself established and got myself ready. But I've worked with a few artists from Kansas. I want to say locally. In Salina. I don't want to mention a few names yet, but because we have some works in store. But
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But you'll definitely see that if you're following me on Instagram, following me on Facebook, you'll definitely get to see that. So, but the photography as far as that, I really just shoot myself right now. My
That's
videos,
cool.
Other people, whatever I'm doing or
Yeah.
whatever events that I'm going to or something like that, I'll try to get some some footage there or some content there for myself, and then for that person or whatever the deal may be.
That's fantastic. That's great. So, what are you editing with Final Cut?
Yeah, so I'm using Final Cut.
The industry standard.
Nah, it's a pretty cool
That's
program.
awesome.
It's a lot of stuff you can do on there. Then a lot of
And I'm assuming it's Final Cut 10.
Final Cut, yeah, Final Cut. Yeah.
Final Cut 10. It's like it's like they decided, hey, we've got this really great program. Let's just totally redo everything.
Nah, definitely.
I never understood this.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, Microsoft raped my computer and gave me the SSD called Windows 10.
I never understood the concept behind Final Cut 10. So
They improve it by screwing it up for the people that use it.
yes. So did you have to go back and relearn all that, or what was?
Definitely. I went to school for it.
Oh, well, that's awesome. That's awesome. University. That's right. So, Salina, let's talk a little bit about, because I love. There were times I got frustrated with the city of Salina, but I mostly enjoyed my time in Salina, Kansas.
Definitely.
And so you went to Wesleyan. What else did you do while you were up there in Salina?
I actually, it's funny because after I graduated college, I was looking for something to do. So within the 2-month span of trying to find something before August,
Yeah.
I was actually offered a graduate assistant job to be the
Wow.
the assistant athletic director.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was totally out of the spectrum, but I definitely took
That's awesome.
An
Yeah, so,
assistant to what?
assistant athletic director.
Assistant athletic director at the university.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
You were what? 22?
22. Yeah, I was 22.
Look at that.
Oh, you're 22 right now.
I'm 25 now.
He's 25 now. He was.
Wow, that's like an honor for that age.
Yeah, that's a hell of a deal.
Definitely, I was writing scripts and all kind of things like that, and that actually introduced me to wanting to be a part of the entertainment business because
Yeah.
Not being the person that said these things, but the person to write them, it kind of felt cool doing that. But also seeing the person say the words that I had just wrote out, it was like, man, just imagine somebody writing a script up for me and I'm able to produce it like this. So that definitely kind of helped.
That's awesome.
Me towards where I wanted to be though.
So what was the years you were in Salina and around that area?
So I actually went to Bethany College my freshman year,
Okay.
2013 to 2014.
Okay.
From 14 to 17, I was at Kansas Wesleyan.
Wow. So little Sweden, as they call it. What was some of that like being over there? Because it's like a whole other country over there in Lindsborg.
Man, if people that are listening don't know what it looks like or what I'm trying to describe here,
Yeah.
imagine a box from Amazon coming and placed on your doorstep, and you open that box, and when you open that box, you expect a gift because when you shake it, it sounds like something.
Yeah.
When you open that box, it's a small ring box with nothing in it.
That's what Lindsborg is.
That's Lindsborg.
That's Lindsborg in a nutshell.
My mom dropped me off. When I
That's
first
like
went to Kansas,
sad.
when I first came to
That's
Kansas,
like-
she dropped me off. And when she dropped me off, it was right on the field with the players. So that was the first thing I seen was Bethany's field. So I was like, it looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they've got a great university and
Yeah,
everything over
it
there.
looks beautiful. And then I walked about a mile over, and I turn around and I'm like, well, that's the end of campus. Oh, man, I'm gonna be here for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So that's kind of how that deal started.
So it's you spend a lot of your time in McPherson or Salina.
In Salina. Just go to Walmart to hang out.
You know what is funny about that is that there was one night I did go to Walmart just to hang out, and I bumped into Wayne Static, the guy from Static X, the guy with the hair.
Yeah.
They were on their way to Colorado to play a show.
Okay.
And I followed him through the Walmart because I'm like, that can't be Wayne Static. And so I stalked him basically. Don't let Ed Baldwin know. God rest his soul. And then I get up to the register and I'm like, are you Wayne Static? And he's like, yeah, I'm Wayne. Well, I don't know where we are. We're supposed to be in Denver tomorrow, and we stayed off. The guys were sleeping in the van. And the minute he says, yes, I'm Wayne, he gets deluged with little blonde girls wanting his autograph and wanting photos. So I'm like, yep, we're in Salina, Kansas.
I've definitely seen that experience before in Salina. I be at Dillon's or something, and I see a tour bus or something.
Oh, yeah.
Guys are always
Because it's that highway, brother.
Definitely.
Always going through.
I need to spend a couple of days there.
I've seen so many just like one time me and Ninja Larry, when we were doing the infamous Jiggy Jag TV, we were headed out of town somewhere, and we passed on the side of the highway. We passed Toby Keith's tour bus. He was headed to Salina. They were gonna gas up and then head on down the road.
That's crazy.
So yeah, you just never know who you're gonna run into in Salina. It's quite the deal. But so you work with how did you get the word out to some of these artists, or how did they get wind of you?
Yeah, because I still can't find you on social media, so give it to me one more time.
The number one, Way, WAYNU, and that's all together.
Number one, Way New. It's kind of like that commercial for the burgers. You'll love a new way.
Your story.
Okay,
I really
go ahead, brother. How do you get connected with the artists, or how did they get connected with you? How did all this come about?
Out here, it kind of started with the college deal, and being in Salina, that was pretty much the meeting grounds for everyone.
Oh yeah.
When it came to parties and stuff in college, so that's kind of like where we started it. We meet at the Muse or.
Oh, Johnny. Oh, the sick and the twisted.
Hey, I like Johnny though.
I love Johnny. He's great. Johnny is, and I have to tell this story since you're here and you know Johnny. I love Johnny's stories. They're great.
Oh,
when Johnny was first putting the Muse Ballroom together, him and his wife, pretty much his wife, put the building together. They painted it, did the whole nine yards. And it was old Moose Lodge that he bought.
Okay.
And so one day, me and my buddy Ross Long, the rabble-rousing ringleader, are out there at Johnny's place, just hanging out, talking to Johnny.
Yeah.
And because he is a cool guy.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
all the different things that he's done. And he owns a bunch of the subways. He's got that spray foam insulation thing he's doing. He's got cash. So we're talking to Johnny, and it's like 1,000 degrees outside, middle of the summer. And I tell Johnny, I go, we're like, hey, where's your wife at? Because she was always there doing something. Yeah. She was painting something. She was picking up. She was always doing stuff. And he was sitting there, and he was messing with some stuff, and he goes, oh, she on the roof. And I'm like, what? And so a little bit later on, Ross is standing there, and he goes, Johnny, where's your wife at? And he goes, oh, she on the roof. And we're like, did he say she on the fucking roof?
Yeah.
And so then, I make a comment I'm like, okay, we're going to try this for a third time. So I go, Johnny, where's your wife? And he goes, oh, she on the roof. Come here. So we go outside with Johnny. We're standing there in the heat. The sun is beating down on us.
Yeah.
She's up on top of this roof in this, as my grandmother used to say, this get-up. And she's up there tarring the roof.
Oh, man.
And he goes, see? She on the roof. And then he looks at us and he goes, man, it's hot as hell out here. Let's go outside. Let's get something to drink. And so we go in, and we get back in Ross's car to leave later, and I'm like, she literally was on the roof. When they did their first show, their very first show at the Muse Ballroom was with a band by the name of Mushroom Head, or as Johnny referred to them, oh, the Mushroom Head. And somebody dropped a drink, and she jetted in, cleaned it up, and got out of there. And people are like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's Johnny's wife, man. She's put a lot of time and effort into this building. She don't want you motherfuckers screwing it up. So, but yeah, Johnny was great. He was he was quite quite the interesting individual, and I think probably still is. Okay, well, let's do this. We're going to take a quick timeout here, and